Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have another beautiful birthday card featuring our Jar of Flowers bundle. This is a gorgeous set that coordinates with a punch. Lots of different seasonal flowers that you can use. There's lots of ways you can do this. Today we're actually just going to use the punch with cardstock, but we even have domes to create shaker cards with this, so lots of fun things. So let's go ahead and jump on in. For our card base, I'm using a piece of Seaside spray. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We're going to give that a nice burnish. I'm using a piece of designer series paper. This is from the In Good Taste, and this is 3 by 4 1/4. And then I have a couple scraps of Petal Pink. These literally are just scraps, and I am just going to use these on the edges of the designer series paper just to give it a little bit more color. I am using our Tasteful label dies for our sentiment, as well as our Petal Pink ink. My sentiment came from Itty Bitty Birthdays. I love this birthday one. It's a nice size, and so it fits perfectly with this, and that's why I chose to use it. We're also going to emboss with my favorite, which I use constantly, the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And we're going to use even some of the metallic Seaside spray ribbon. So let's go ahead and first emboss the front of our card. So I'm going to take my card base and just put that in here. We're going to grab our Big Shot. Bring that over, and we are going to set that in there, run that through. That's going to give us some beautiful texture on the front of our card. I actually even use that to emboss the jar. So let me grab, I have a scrap here of Seaside spray. We're going to take our punch, just punch one of those out, and then we're going to stick that in here as well and roll that through. And that'll just give you a little bit of texture there as well. Not necessary since we did the base, but I just thought to keep everything coordinated, we'd give it a whirl. All right, so now let's take our designer series paper. I'm going to run a bead of glue along this edge. Let me just make sure I have the right side of my cardstock. Okay, let me look at the front. Whoops. Yeah, you can see it's not wanting to stick too well for me. This is why the liquid glue is great, because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. And if you have any excess, you can always just take your snips and just trim that off. I just have a little hair that I just want to nibble off there. Okay. Alright, so then we're going to add some adhesive to this, and I'm putting it around all sides because of the embossing on the front of our card. We don't want it to lift up. So I'm going to kind of set that to the lower half of our card. We're going to grab our jar, and I'm going to get my ribbon scissors here, and I'm just doing a little bit of a fake knot. So I have a piece of Scotch tape. I'm going to do a tie knot, but now let's slip this under, and we're just going to do a quick knot. Okay, bring back in our scissors and Cut that. Okay. All right, now for our flowers, let me get the image. It's probably easier to see. I'm using this one here. This is my favorite. I love the sunflowers too, but I've been using this one quite a bit. So I'm going to stamp this in Memento black. So I like to ink it up, face up, so I can see that I got good coverage. And then we are going to stamp, color, and fussy cut this image out. Okay, so here are the colors of the Stampin' Blends that I'm using. I have the Petal Pink combo. I have the Seaside Spray combo. This is the light Rococo Rose. I have light Old Olive and light Mossy Meadow. And I'm just coloring these up. So for the sake of the video, thanks to that, I did this in advance. So I've colored the flowers, as you can see, and then I fussy cut that out just to keep things moving along. And let me grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. We are going to put a couple on our jar. And I'm going to set this, I'm going to go over a little bit because I was kind of close to the edge with my flowers on my first one, because I didn't lay it out beforehand, so I just want to make sure they don't come off the edge, because you want it to fit nicely into your envelope. Okay, perfect. Alright, so let's lay our flowers there. That looks great. Okay, so I have a little scrap here of Whisper White. I have my Happy Birthday. Get my Petal Pink ink. We're going to stamp this. Looks good. Now we're going to grab our Big Shot one more time. This time we're going to use our other platform. Let me get my sentiment out of there. Let me see what I did with my die. Here we go. Oops. Okay. We're going to lay that down. Now it looks like it's cutting the letters, but it actually isn't. It fits really nicely. So let's lay that down, run that through. There we go. See how nice of a fit that is? I love that size font as well. Easy to read for the receiver. Okay, so we're going to grab another dimensional. We're going to put that on the happy side, and then we're going to use our Stampin' Seal on the other side. That's so that it stays even with our raised jar. Now we're going to lay that down. I'm also using some of our Elegant Faceted gems with this. I thought this would be a nice color to mix in here. So I'm going to use one of the larger ones and two of the smaller ones. And drop that down. And then as you can see from my original, I also just re-inked up that image and kind of stamped it off the corner of my Whisper White envelope and colored it the same as our larger image, so everything coordinates. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's birthday card. I sure love sharing all these great products with you. Everything that I've used today is available in my online store, and there's a full supply list in the description of the video, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.